We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Right over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, could you call the roll for the City Council, the Finance Authority, the Housing Authority, the Successor Agency, and the Parking Authority?
Sure. A quorum is present for City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Finance Authority, and Parking Authority.
Any person wishing to address City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Finance Authority, Parking Authority on any item on today's agenda may do so at this time. And we're pulling item 11 for everybody. Okay, they're hearing no comment. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority members, Dotson. Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin. Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. Consent calendar, items 2 through 13.
So moved. Second.
Minus 11.
We have
Minus 11.
minus
yes.
11.
Madam Clerk.
Council members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. Item 14 and CSA 3.
Staff report recommending approval of amended and restated agreement number 16-209 dated July 19th, 2016, among the successor agency of and former Inglewood Redevelopment Agency and E-Engineering, adding an additional 1 year to the term for professional electrical engineering services.
1 and 2.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members and successor agency members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. Item 15 and CSA 4.
Staff report recommending approval of a second amended and restated agreement among the city, successor agency, and Machinist LLC, which amends and restates successor agency agreement 15-288 dated September 29, 2015, which was previously amended and restated on August 16, 2016.
Move 1 and 2.
Second. Madam Clerk.
City Council and successor agency members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. Item 16 and CSA 5.
Staff report recommending approval of amended and restated agreement 15-292 dated September 29, 2016, among the successor agency and the former Inglewood Redevelopment Agency and Pacific Parking Systems, adding an additional 1 year term to install 2 automated parking pay station machines at parking structure number 2.
Move 1 and 2. Second.
Madam Clerk.
City Council and successor agency members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. A1.
Thank you, Mayor. No oral reports from the city attorney's office.
EM1.
No city manager reports, thank you.
1.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to remind everybody, next Tuesday is Election Day, so please get out to vote. Do not forget. It's very important. Thank you so much.
Treasurer's not present. CSA 2.
Approval of the minutes for the successor agency meeting held on April 17th, 2018, and April 24th, 2018, and May 1st, 2018.
Approval. Second.
Madam Clerk.
Successor agency members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. Adjourn the successor agency. The Housing Authority is already in session. H2.
Approval of the minutes for the Housing Authority meeting held on April 17th, 2018, April 24th, 2018, and May 1st, 2018.
So moved.
Second. Madam Clerk.
Housing Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. Adjourn the Housing Authority. The Finance Authority is already in session. F1.
We have H3, Mayor. We skipped over
Excuse me?
that.
Oh, H3, we'll reconvene the Housing Authority, so that you'll have to call the roll again.
A quorum is present for the Housing Authority.
H3.
Staff report recommending approval of the revisions to Section 4.3C, 8.2C, 11.2C, and 16.4B of the Inglewood Housing Authority Administrative Plan.
1 and 2.
Second. Madam Clerk?
Housing Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. Adjourn the Housing Authority. The Finance Authority is already in session, F1.
Approval of the minutes for Finance Authority held on April 17th, 2018, and May 1st, 2018.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Finance Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. Adjourn the Parking Authority. There are no appointments to commission, public.
Have parking, we have one more parking.
Oh, P,
Housing.
You have to adjourn Finance.
one, I'm sorry.
P1.
Oh, adjourn the Finance Authority and
and now
P1.
P1. Thank you. Approval of the minutes for Parking Authority meeting held on April 17th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Parking Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. Any person wish to address the City Council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered may do so at this time.
Chairman, also a conscious objector. All those of you who know who I am know where I'm coming from. I've been boo-hooed and even threatened, but it doesn't bother me. Because when you live something, you live it. I lived and died by my beliefs, and I'll live and die by them now. So if anybody wants to deal with it, please feel free to be conversational. We'll discuss it. Anything physical, I don't know what to tell you. The next thing is this here. Maxine Waters viewed these records. She has a national and international security clearance through the Air Force. When she saw my records screwed up in 2009, before this health care, she let them pass. She neglected her security clearance by not securing those documents and notifying the first and nearest agency and keeping control of them, whether visible or physically. She failed to do that. She has violated every veteran's rights since she's been here in '71, and you are the collaborator at the bottom. When people say it's up there, it goes from the top of the bottom.
Mr. Parker.
See something, hear something.
Thank you,
you
Mr.
say.
Parker.
Tell
Your-
somebody,
your
I'm
time.
telling you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, City Council, Mayor, staff. I just want to read you something, and I hope everyone takes it to heart in case you haven't heard it before. It's the third verse of the national anthem. No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave, and the star-spangled banner in triumph does wave, or the land of the free and the home of the brave. Take that into your minds, your hearts, and your soul, and recognize what it means, especially today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, council members. Yes, I did get stuck downstairs 7 minutes in, and you finished 17 items. Isn't that amazing? You're so quick to speed through that you forgot that that flag speaks for democracy, the thing that all those veterans actually died for, the right to participate. But you're so quick and speedy to hurry up to get back to your other jobs, I assume. That's sad. And as I go to the other council meetings, I am reminded that in other cities, democracy does still rule, where staff reports take place, where the community is involved, and in many places the community gets to speak to each and every one of the items separately and independently, so they could speak 17 times. You're the highest paid and the least willing to listen. How unfortunate.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council, staff, citizens of Inglewood. Ray Davis, I just want to come up and comment on something new that's just started in Inglewood. It's the Eye on Inglewood page, and I'm a part of it, and I hope I can get more involved as time passes. It's how folks are able to let everyone else in Inglewood know what's going on in real time, and report unsafe conditions, offer suggestions, just give the city council and their staff the heads up on things. So, thank you so much for that.
Okay, with that, we'll close public comment. Council member comments. Councilman Dotson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Want to report out that I went to the ICSC Recon Conference in Las Vegas with Councilman Padilla and Councilman Franklin, as well as Chris Jackson. And we had a wonderful conference. One of the highlights to me was the meeting we went that Michael Strahan spoke. He gave a really great interview. I learned a lot from him and his business experience and what it takes to be a real go-getter. I also attended the Medal of Valor Award here in Torrance. And we here in Inglewood should be very proud of our police department. We received 11 awards. 2 of them were Medal of Valor. That's the highest award you can get in that department, or in the department, the police department. So we have some very good officers that's doing a great job. Also, I want to make a comment about the Memorial Day celebration in Inglewood. This was a wonderful event. I would like to ask all of you, who did not attend that Medal Award this year, put it on your calendar for next year. You will be so pleased at how this city celebrates their veterans. It's something you have to see and feel to really know what I'm talking about. I could tell you, but if you wasn't there, you don't know what I'm talking about. But put it on your calendar for next year. You'll be glad you did. With that, thank you very much. And
Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Great, thank you, Mayor. First off, we didn't meet last week, so I want to give a shout out to Al's Art and Frame Shop. We teamed up together to do an art show back on May 19th over at the parking lot over at True Vine Church. So I want to thank everybody that came out to support that event. Thank you so very much. And then this past Saturday, we hosted with the LA County Fire Department Fire Service Day. And again, I want to thank the community for coming out, as always, to support the event. There's photos up on the monitors for you to take a look at. It was a very well-attended community event, not only with the residents of Inglewood, but as we know, we have folks from all over now that want to come celebrate all good things Inglewood. And so, again, thank you to the community, thank you to the fire department for bringing out all their apparatus, and thank you to the mayor, the council, and city staff that came out as well to show their support.
We really were there. We're just not in the pictures.
You'd have stuck around longer. So, but they are good pictures, I gotta admit. So anyway, it was a great event. And then also, don't forget this Saturday is the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life, right across the street, right behind City Hall at Crozier School. So please come out, help us fight cancer. We have teams that'll be out there working together. So please come out to our other community event. And then also a big thank you to our Parks and Recs folks for helping put together the Memorial Day event yesterday. As Councilman Dotson mentioned, it was a well-attended community event where we recognized and thanked those that paid the ultimate sacrifice serving our country, and to show appreciation for the veterans, they were there as well yesterday. So a really great community event. not to rain on all the good things, but it amazes me, let me just say this, when somebody shows up late to a council meeting because they don't plan right, and then they try to turn it around on us because we're running such an efficient council meeting and we're running a city business meeting and getting things done. And because we don't bicker back and forth, and because we're not arguing with folks, they make it seem like that's a bad thing. You know, we have a really well-run council meetings. The community comes out and has an opportunity to give their comments, and I always appreciate that. So with that, thank you, and we'll see you Saturday at Relay for Life.
Councilman Franklin, District 4.
Yes, and also I may give some of my time back to Councilman Padilla to talk about the International Shoppers Convention. You reported on that. But I went along with Councilman Dodson and Padilla and the staff to the International Shoppers Convention. And what was important for me was a new group called CoStar, and it is a very sophisticated operation where they can identify the value of land, the amount of square feet cost per square foot for land, as well as the knowing what the market will bear, including the type of retail component that would be there. I think also what was enlightening to learn that there are several retail stores in the city of Inglewood and surrounding LA County that is on the chopping block, and that we need to gear up for their demise to have a quality retail unit to be replaced. So I enjoyed that immensely, and special thanks to Sharon Garrett and Christopher Jackson for an outstanding job on getting our meeting scheduled, which we can have interface with the shopping center owners, prospective businesses we may have, such as CoStar, and then also identifying that the stakeholders of the retail store operators in the city, shopping centers, have strong interest to continue to be a long legacy in our city. Mayor, I also would ask that you, I'm deeply saddened to announce that we have the loss of a city employee. He worked in the City Parks, Recreation, and Libraries Department, a longtime family member I've known for many years, Michael Davis Jr. He was 32 years old, 15-year member with the city, and his father is also a beloved coach and team member, Michael Davis Sr., and we clearly want to reach out to the family and all the loved ones that know the family and keep out for their support.
That was Michael Davis?
Michael Davis Jr.
Jr. And we're going to yield back the balance of your time to Councilman Padilla to report on his trip.
Yes, you know, as Councilman Dotson and Franklin also mentioned, we attended the ICSC conference. And again, thank you to Chris Jackson and to especially Sharon Garrett for putting together our meetings that we had there. I got to tell you, in talking to, it's commercial businesses, realtors, everybody that wants to go to different cities to open up shop. And it's amazing when you walk around, you've got your sign on that says Inglewood, right away they key in on that. And, you know, folks want to, you know, as we said, they want to come to Inglewood. So we had some really good presentations and meetings and impromptu discussions with folks about what we're doing in Inglewood. So, again, it was another opportunity for us to show light, to show what Inglewood is doing, so to highlight the good things. So thank you for that.
Councilman Morales, District 3.
First, I'm going to start with the U.S. vets who have housing and programs on Hendry and Arborvita. Amazing program over there for U.S. vets. I really recommend whoever is looking for programs based on U.S. vets and folks that are having any kind of issues. They have people there to help you, and it's on Hendry, and it's here in Inglewood. It was a celebration of 25 years here in Inglewood. It was a celebration of housing for homeless vets, and the fact that we are actually, I believe we're almost done negotiating our next project with the U.S. vets to do additional housing for homeless veterans. And, you know, all this talk about how the city of Inglewood is shrinking its low-income housing is amazing, because we seem to be at the forefront of that in terms of the surrounding city, so I'm proud of that. Also want to touch on the 70th Memorial Day
Where are the
celebration.
pictures, Eloy? Where are the pictures?
I'm not a picture guy. the 70th Memorial Day celebration here in front of the South Hall. It is and there goes some. I happen to be in the middle of that. But the thing about it is I'm amazed at how well attended it is, and really how much people use it to celebrate that, to remember their family members. I think it's a beautiful service. I think the fact that people see it on our calendar and show up and talk about how their family. There's a gentleman, Luis Arevalos, who has shown up every year that I have been on the council. I mentioned that to him yesterday. Turns out he's homegrown, teaches here in a neighboring district, and he has raised his family here. So someone, it's full of them, and they're proud to be here. So that was a great event. The ICSC conference, I want to say that, I remember when we would go to these conferences and nobody wanted to talk to us. And so now it's amazing at the level of interest that we have here in Inglewood, and we should be very proud of it. There's nothing better than that. I miss the Medal of Valor, but I constantly want to recognize our police department, who are great. The gentleman that is here and his colleagues are always there for us. As a matter of fact, I had an incident over the weekend where I received a voicemail. It sounded like someone was in drastic need of help. Sent it to the chief. They were right on it. Turned out it wasn't, but they did a great job and quickly, let me know what was going on. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Madam Treasurer, we missed you at your place. I want to know if you had any comments before I spoke.
I was out of town for
I
this one,
believe that.
and this is the first one I think I've ever missed because I had an uncle, Sergeant Alfonso Doby, who received the Purple Heart defending with the Korean conflict. So I really hated to miss it, but I heard it went very well.
Thank you. No, I was referring to your space on the agenda, if you had any comments, and you made them. All right. Okay. I'm really very pleased at the way that we continue to do the things that we've always done to honor our vets. There are 550 formerly homeless vets housed at the U.S. Vets Building, and it's now changed their name from U.S. Vets of Los Angeles to U.S. Vets of Inglewood. I really like the fact that everybody identifies with the city. I have to commend Councilor Padilla. He got a regional fire event held at District 2. It was so big we had to close off field. And so when you think for LA County to hold their regional event in Inglewood, that was some doing, so I congratulate you. And maybe we'll get in the pictures next year. And Maxine Waters attended. She attended the U.S. Vets 25th celebration. What else did she attend? She was there for Memorial Day, along with Autumn Burke, our Assemblywoman, and Steve Bradford, our Senator. So we're getting great attendance at meaningful events. I want to adjourn the meeting today in the name of Michael Davis, Jr., and in the name of Bishop Cornell Garrett Henning, Sr., and we're adjourned.